Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to use Substance Painter. I'm not going to go completely into detail, but I'll kind of breeze over it so you guys get a general idea on how to use it, how to apply the materials and export it for Unreal Engine. And then after we create the materials for object, I'll show you how to import the object into Unreal Engine and then also the textures to create the material. So what you're going to want to do straight away is go to File, you want to go to New, select the file you want, so I've just got one here. Before you actually export your 3D model from your desired 3D software, just make sure that you export the mesh and the UV maps. All right. So with the UV, you want to be able to export the UVs. When you're exporting the UVs, make sure you stitch them together. Because what I've done with mine, I haven't done that. I haven't taken the time to do that, but later on that can become a problem, especially if you haven't done it properly. But I'll show you now. So now I've imported this. You can see all my UV maps are just everywhere at the minute. But what you guys want to do is actually stitch them together in your 3D modeling software that you're using. And they should come out a lot better than this. But once you've imported your model in here, go down to the right hand corner, texture settings. I want to go down to bake mesh maps. Let's choose 4K and then bake mesh maps. Once it's baked, you can just finally start to edit the materials. And you can chuck on whatever materials you want. I'll show you guys how to put materials on certain parts of the building, because when you're in your 3D modeling software and you've got different parts, different sections, it actually saves that once you've put everything together and export it. So what I've done in 3ds Max, different parts of this building are actual different parts, but then I combined it all at the end and it still saved that data, so it still can tell on here the different parts of the building that I have saved. So I can go through in a bit and I can change different parts of the building to different colors. After this is done, I'll import it into Unreal Engine and show you guys the workflow of that. So it's a bit like Photoshop. You go to the right hand side, you've got these layers here. So if I go to plastic matte, I can chuck that on there, and then that's covered the whole building. You can change properties in here as well. So what I do like to do is go to the projection and go to the tri-planar projection. You can't see it much on this blue, but what it does change is, say if I have a pattern going through it, it kind of stays consistent. It doesn't just change the direction of the pattern. So if we go into wood, put that in there, you can see all these, all this wood's going in different directions. And then, but if I went to triplanar projection, it all goes in the same direction. What you'll see here as well is it might look a bit pixelated. And that's because I haven't done this properly. So when I said earlier on about the UV projection, the UVs exporting it from your 3D modeling software, if you don't do it properly, it can go quite pixelated. So as you can see there, it's kind of gone a bit pixelated, but we won't worry about that now. But just when you're in 3D modeling software, when you're exporting your UVs, just make sure that they're all stitched together and sized properly. So let's just delete that at the minute. And then if I go into this, you can scroll down these properties here. All the materials in this bit have properties, and you can go down and change them if you want to. So let's just change that to like a white if we want to. You go down, you've got normal maps, height maps, rough, metal, color. Turn any of these off and on, whatever you like. So what we can do is we can say, okay, we want parts of the house white, and then we want other parts of the house to be like a grey or black or whatever you like. So we can go back onto this, chuck another one on, and see it keeps adding a new layer. Now, if I want this on just a part of, say this section of the house, I can do that. We just need to change parts of it. So what I can do is right click, go to add black mask, and then it disappears. But now if I go to the selection part over here, so if you go to polygon fill, you could either choose the whole part of the object like that, or you can just choose faces, or you can just choose a triangle fill. So you've got polygon fill, triangle fill, and then you can just go in and just choose different faces if you like to. It's completely up to you. So if we go back, so to change the color, make sure you do it beforehand. So I can go to, I want black, and then I can just go to here, add black mask, and then just change certain areas of this. We just go around and change different parts. Cool. Okay, obviously you can go in and change different parts. So you can go into here, look through here and have fabric, knit, rough, all this kind of stuff. So I could put some fabric down there if I wanted to, and then obviously you have to spend some time obviously with scale and everything. So we can change the scale to actually look like some sort of carpet or something like that, and then I can just change this to that, and then add black mask, right click, black mask, and then just change that to some sort of carpet or something. Obviously I'm not going to go too into detail, like I said, you guys can go further with this if you want to, but now I'm just going to show you how to export it, and we'll get into Unreal Engine, and obviously you'll see the materials apply to this when we do that. So now we're finished, go to export, export the textures, choose the folder we want to do. So I'm going to choose this folder here and select that folder. So just choose the folder you want to select to export your UVs and mesh. I'm going to scroll down on the config and I'm going to choose Unreal Engine 4 packed, export, just hit OK, and now we need to export the mesh as well. So go to SDC folder, go to the same folder and then just put house mesh or whatever your model is. There you go, cool, that's done with that one now. Open up Unreal Engine, I've got a project already opened up, and then I just need to import it. So I'm just going to make a new folder here, name that house, add import, and then just select the textures and mesh. So let's go substance, that's not that one. So there you go. So it's just these three here. So we've got the mesh, and then I've got the three images here, what are the textures. Import all. Cool. So perfect. So we've got all these here. As you'll see, sometimes that your mesh could come in and it could be flipped. So if I zoom out here, it's flipped here. Just to rotate this, you just go over here on the right hand side in the details panel, type in rotation, 90 degrees on the x-axis, then you can put re-import base mesh. What I've done is, obviously in your 3D modeling software, just remember with the pivot, make sure it's in the center. I forgot to change it so it's at the front door. It doesn't matter too much, but obviously when you're moving stuff, if you want to put stuff into scenes or anything like that, putting this into the center, the coordinates 0, 0, 0 is always best. So now I've done that, I just want to go into the collision because the collision will be completely off. If I show you now as an example, if I drag that in, I won't be able to get close to it because the collision is all set wrong. This is really simple to do. You just go into here, details panel, scroll down, and then collisions here. So what we want to do is go down to here, and it's got collision complexity. And we just want to do complex collision as simple. And if we hit complex collision, it's there, you can see it. It's just highlighted where the collision is. Save that, and now press play. And then when we jump into the building, we can actually go through it. Cool, I'm just going to rotate this now so I'll be able to show you guys. Cool. Okay, so with the material, we just open it up. So far it's just given us the base color, delete this, and then what we're going to do is we need to copy these images here and place them inside this blueprint. So just drag them in, put that to the top. So we've got the base color there, we've got the normal maps there, and we've got the ambient occlusion there. So let's just hook those up. So we've got base color, normal, and then ambient occlusion. Cool, just apply that. It's only basic colours, so we don't have to worry too much about metallic or specular or roughness or anything like that, because this is just some basic colours that we're working with at the minute. So as you can see, it's changed this. We've applied it, we've saved it. Press play, and then the materials are on the house that we chose. Alright, so we can walk through the house. We've got the carpet material we're showing now as well. So that's obviously how you go through Substance Painter, you texture your asset, you export it, and you import it into Real Engine, and you set up the material here.